What's up, guys? It's City MMA, your boy Bryson here with
Joey.
And today we're breaking down UFC Fight Night, Song versus Figueiredo in Macau, China. We know we didn't break down the Alan Costa one. We're trying to break down these kind of more fun cards. We'll probably do an Apex card here and there the rest of the year, but we're trying to break down like the big fight nights, and obviously we'll always do the numbered events for you guys. And we just got a lot going on, but we're really excited to break this one down for y'all. All right, guys, the first prelim we're breaking down for y'all is a women's strawweight matchup between Loma Lukumbumi and Jacqueline Amarome. Amarome's coming in at minus 120, and Lukumbumi is minus 105. This is essentially a pick'em. I think this is a good matchup for Lukumbumi. She's been facing a lot of these grapplers lately. She has decent takedown defense at 68%. Really good Muay Thai striking. A lot of people think it's overrated and she has a short reach, but I think she just makes a lot of good precise shots. She lands 3.67 significant strikes per minute on 55% significant strike accuracy. I like her level of competition to Amarome. She has the way better gas tank. Amarome gasses if she doesn't get her grappling going early. On Amarome's side, she shows very slick jiu-jitsu. Cardio fades after the first round. The deeper this fight goes, Lukumbumi should pull out a decision, especially in Macau, China. She is from, I forget what region, but it's an Asian region. They're always going to lean a little bit toward those fighters. Amarome does have some decent power in her hands and could catch her, but I just see Lukumbumi edging out her decision 2 rounds to 1, 29-28. So give me Lukumbumi at minus 105. She was dog odds at the time we're recording this. We're recording this about a week before, guys. But yeah, I like Lukumbumi here, money line. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, I'm also picking Lukumbumi in this spot. Amarone, she does attempt 3.8 subs per 15 minutes, but that's saying she gets it there. With Lukumbumi, she has great and super solid defensive grappling, and her takedown defense is super good at 68%. She also picks her shots super well. Everybody's going to say she has a reach discrepancy or whatever, but I don't think that really matters because she's a Muay Thai style striker. If it goes in the clinch, those knees and elbows on the break are nasty from Lukumbumi. So give me Lukumbumi money line and Lukumbumi decision in this fight. I think it's going to be a good one and a fun one to kick off the card. All right, guys. Next up, we got a bantamweight matchup between Ray Teixeira and Luis Gurule. Gurule at a plus 185 dog and Ray Teixeira at a minus 205 favorite. Guys, Gurule is coming in here on a week's notice. He used to, or it was supposed to be Jesus Aguilar, but he pulled out, so Gurule's in. It's going to be a hard one for Gurule to win, I think. He doesn't move his head too well, especially when getting touched up with jabs and whatnot. Against Barres, he was even getting tagged by a couple of those nasty hooks where, Barres, he just always goes for the finish. On the Teixeira side, he's constantly going to the chain wrestling and lands 5.06 takedowns per 15 minutes on a 37% takedown accuracy. I know the takedown accuracy doesn't seem too well for Teixeira, but it's because he constantly chain wrestles, kind of like a Marab. For Gurule, too, he is older. I think he's about 32, 33 years old, and it's his second fight within 3 weeks, and he's also flying from Vegas to Baku, China, so I think that's going to take a toll on his body as well. I just don't see Gurule winning here, so give me Ray Teixeira money line in this fight and decision. Who you got, Bryson?
I'm going Ray Teixeira. He was like minus 300 something against Aguilar, and now we're getting him at a discount at 205. This fight is going to take out bantamweight, which is good for Teixeira too because he hasn't really cut weight yet, so now he gets an extra 10 pounds on him. And gets to fight a guy who's coming on short notice, like Joey said, coming to China. Teixeira, I know people will be hesitant with the 37% takedown accuracy, but that is with a fight against Joshua Van, which was tough. He got a good win against Carlos Hernandez, who's a decent scrappy flyweight. Does good at holding his top control, too. Shows good durability / cardio. Good clinch game, too. Does good at pushing opponents against the fence. Get some good knees in there. Gurule, he doesn't move his head off the center line much. Bad takedown defense at 59%, and I only think it's going to get worse with the weight advantage Teixeira is going to have now. Second fight in 3 weeks. 3-1 in the UFC. Has fought decent competition like Jesus Aguilar in Korea. But we saw when someone like Korea or Nick Piccinini in Contender Series was able to get Gurule down, he really does struggle. He has decent jiu-jitsu, but it doesn't really help him overall. So give me Ray Tessura as our first parlay piece at minus 205. I think that's a steal of a price, and I like Tessura in this fight. All right, guys, those are the two prelims we broke down for y'all. Now we're on the main card for Macau, China. The first fight we're breaking down is a flyweight matchup between Alex Perez and Suma Darji. Perez is minus 120 and Suma Darji is minus 105, so practically a pick 'em like the Lukumbumi fight. I'm going Alex Perez here. I thought he looked good against Charles Johnson. I even thought he looked good against Asu Almabayev. He was winning that fight 2-0 until he got subbed with the guillotine in the air. Perez has fought the best of the best at flyweight, Tatsura Taira, Pantoja, many other guys. He comes forward a lot, very good pressure, good movement, 59% significant strike defense, and he has a great gas tank on him. Also got some power in his hands and throws some really clean low kicks, powerful low kicks. Suma Darji has excellent distance management, shows really solid takedown defense at 72%, which Perez also lands 2.21 takedowns per 15 minutes on 48% takedown accuracy. I can see him popping in and out and then just taking Suma Darji down. And, guys, it's really tough to get back up when you have those long legs. Suma Darji is going to have the reach advantage. I'm pretty sure he might have the biggest reach at flyweight. Suma Darji pops out a really slick jab too, but I just think Perez, the veteran savviness and having way more experience at the top of the level, I think this is a big step up from Jesus Aguilar. So give me Perez at minus 120. I think that's a steal at the odds. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, I've picked him his last couple fights, and I'm going to keep riding on him, especially in China. I'm picking the boy Suma Darji. He uses his kicks to find his range super well. Like Bryson said, pops out the clean jab. He likes to stay in the center of the octagon, which I love to see from fighters, always pressuring. He has good movement, 62% significant strike defense as well. I see him, winning a close decision here at a 29-28. Perez is a tough guy, and I don't think he's going to get him out of there. So give me Suma Darji moneyline and Suma Darji decision.
All right, guys, the next matchup we got is a welterweight matchup between Jake Matthews and Carlston Harris. Harris coming in at a plus 240 dog and Matthews at a minus 300 favorite. Guys, I think Matthews at minus 300 is a steal. He times his body shots super well, and he has really good jiu-jitsu. On the Harris side, he hasn't fought in about a year and a half, which is going to be really hard for him. He might have some ring rust. He's taking this fight on a week's notice. Carlston Harris also likes to get into dogfights, and he has super poor takedown defense at 55%, which is only going to be better for Matthews to get him down. Matthews has fought great UFC comp, and he lands 3.34 significant strikes per minute on a 43% significant strike accuracy. Give me Matthews at minus 300. Like I said, I think that's a steal. I just don't think Carlston Harris has what it takes to beat Matthews. I think Matthews has a lot more ways to win. Who you got, though, Bryson?
I'm also going Matthews here. He'll be our second leg at minus 300. So Tessura, we got minus 205, and then Matthews, we got minus 3. Matthews, he lands 1.44 takedowns per 15 minutes on 41% takedown accuracy. He's fought really good UFC comp. He got screwed his last fight against Neil Magny, where he literally tapped him out. Ref stops the fight, and then for some reason they kept going on. That would have been his fourth, third win in a row. He fought Prado before then, and then he had a good finish against Chitty, Bang Bang, and Jikawani with that sub. I just like Matthews here. I think he's the tougher guy. He has really good defensive boxing and puts together a lot of boxing combos when he lets the hands go. I just think Carlston Harris, 38 years old. I mean, this might be his last fight in the UFC here. Does show solid defensive grappling. He's never been subbed in his career, which I give him, but that might change the Friday night, Saturday. For us over here on the West Coast, it's going to be at 1 a.m., the prelim. So, make sure you get some rest before then and get up. Harris, though, like Joey said, taking this fight on week's notice. He was supposed to fight Chiesa, and we would have saw that in person, but he had to pull out. So you got to think did he have an injury, and that was only a couple months ago. So, yeah, give me Matthews here. I think 300 is a steal, and I wouldn't be shocked to see this number jump to 450, 500 by the time the fight comes. So, Tesura, our first leg at minus 205, and second leg Matthews at minus 300. All right, guys. Next fight we got up is a bantamweight matchup between Kai Asakura and Cameron Smotherman. Asakura's coming in at minus 260 and Smotherman's plus 210. Give me Kai Asakura, guys. I think people are underrating him. I know this is his debut at bantamweight, and he had 2 flyweight fights against Pantoja, the champ, on his debut, which for just the couple, the first round, he looked good. Like, he didn't do bad. He had a decent get-up game once he got taken down. And then Tim Elliott, I mean, what a horrible matchup for him. But when it was up on the feet, he was tagging him, man, and he had some good hands. So Asakura will be our last leg at minus 260. So we got Tesura at minus 205, Matthews at minus 300, and Asakura at minus 260. He got that real KO power in his hands, pops in and out very well, good, shows some very slick feints. He's fought tough UFC competition, like I said. Smotherman, he has nice, sharp technical boxing, smooth movement, 58% significant strike defense. But he's also coming back, guys, after that scary weight cut last time where he fainted. And I think coming up against a power puncher like Asakura, I don't think it's good for Smotherman. And give me Kai here, round 2 knockout, and by knockout. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, I'm also picking Kai Asakura in this spot. I like the number he's at too a lot. I like his feints a lot on the Asakura side, and he pops in and out super well. For the Cameron Smotherman side, he has really bad takedown defense too, at 62%. And like Bryson said, the scary weight cut. I don't think, I hope he comes in here a little bit more prepared. And I just don't think it's a good matchup for him, guys. I think if Asakura does what he normally does, pushes the fight and lands a couple shots, I think Smotherman might go down a lot quicker than he has in the past. On the Asakura side too, he's fought probably way tougher UFC comp than Smotherman has, in my opinion. I also like the fact that Asakura has 21-6 compared to Smotherman's 12-6. He has a lot more experience in other promotions as well as the UFC, and he's on the Asakura side. He also has a great get-up game when he's taken down. So that's something Smotherman doesn't have as well. Give me Asakura moneyline and Asakura KO. All right, guys, we're breaking down the featured fight of the night. A heavyweight matchup between Sergey Palpovich and Talashin Teixeira. Teixeira at a plus 375 dog and Palpovich at a minus 525 favorite. Guys, I love Palpovich. He pops out a super smooth jab, and he's got some real serious power in his hands. He does really good at closing the distance. On the Teixeira side, he leaves his chin in the air a lot. And he comes out super aggressive in the first round, but his cardio fades after 1.5 rounds. We saw that in the Tai Tuivasa fight. It's the first time he went the distance with Tuivasa ever, but you're going to the distance with Tuivasa. I think he should have finished him there at a minus 800 or 600 favorite, something crazy like that. He has some high kicks going for him, but Palpovich, he has excellent significant strike defense at 55%, and I just see a lot of ways for him to win here. I don't trust Teixeira's cardio compared to Palpovich. Give me Sergey Palpovich moneyline and KO in this fight, but who you got, Bryson?
I'm going Sergey here at minus 525. I know it's not a great number, but I think he finally gets the KO. He's been gone the distance his last 3 fights against Rosenstrike, Volkov, and then his most recent was against Waldo Cortez Acosta. He puts on really good pressure. Great takedown defense at 75%. People like to say Teixeira got this black belt. Well, I didn't see shit when I saw him against Tai Tuivasa, so I don't think that black belt exists. Or if it does, it's in some, basement in Brazil where he trains with a couple of guys that give him out for free. Sergey lands 4.43 significant strikes per minute on 44% significant strike accuracy. It's honestly only low, 1, because he's finished a lot of guys early, and 2, the Volkov fight was pretty tough for him. Now, get this, guys. Sergey 6'3", Talashin 6'7", and Sergey's going to be the one with the 1-inch reach advantage. So I think he'll use that. Like Joey said, he pops out that smooth jab, which I really like. I think he'll get that going. And he's fought the best of best at heavyweight. I mean, as a recent, Volkov, Waldo, and Tom Aspinall. I mean, and then he got Blades on there too, and a couple other guys. Teixeira just fought Tuivasa, guys, and how bad did Tuivasa look against Sutherland? I mean, even Sutherland finished him. Like, what the heck? I think he did. Maybe it was a decision, but regardless, Sutherland was closer to finishing him than Teixeira. Teixeira, like Joey said, his cardio fades. He lands 2.48 takedowns per 15 minutes on 30% takedown accuracy. Sorry, we got a cat in the background, guys, but we love him still. And Teixeira has only been the distance once, which is his most recent fight. And, yeah, all his wins come in the first round. So I see Pavlovich maybe finishing round 1. And if it goes to round 2, R.I.P. Teixeira, he ain't doing nothing. So give me Pavlovich money line and Pavlovich by KO. All right, guys, we got the co-main event of the evening. We got a light heavyweight matchup between Zhang Mingyang and Alonzo Menefield. Menefield's coming in at plus 195, and Mingyang is minus 235. For me, I like Mingyang on a bounce back here. 11-year age difference. You know, Mingyang's the young guy at 27 years old. Comes out very aggressive early, has that one-shot KO power. He lands 7.71 significant strikes per minute on 60% significant strike accuracy. 19 first-round finishes. Those are all his wins, guys. And Menefield, his last 3 out of 5 fights, he's been KO'd. They are at a tough competition, though, like Yulberg, Ozdemir, and I'm blanking on Mirzakhanov. But his chin's starting to crack very easily. He's only getting older. Doesn't pressure much, very low volume. Menefield always waits to counter. He doesn't really bring the fight to you. I know the big concern for Mingyang at this point is checking the low kicks, as we saw against Johnny Walker. But Walker's a kick-heavy fighter. Menefield will test it, but I don't think he'll throw them as often. He does time his counter punches well, Menefield, and he does have good takedown defense at 78%. But Mingyang has a good wrestling background. I wouldn't be shocked if he mixed it in. But give me Mingyang at minus 235 and give me the first round KO. I think he's going to end up doing it. And if he doesn't get the first, I think it's really early second. I just think he's going to get Menefield out there. He puts his hands down low and he just goes wild at times. Who do you got, Joey?
Yeah, guys, it's going to be a fun fight. Light heavyweight matchup. You know, Menefield, I just think he's too low volume, like Bryson said. He also has terrible significant strike defense at 50%. So he gets hit with half the shots that are being thrown at him. Yeah, he's fought pretty good UFC comp, and his takedown defense is pretty good at 72%. But he keeps his hands low a lot of the time. On the Mingyang side, you know, he has a decent wrestling background, and he does, struggle sometimes, like Bryson said, with checking the low kicks. But he has a really good chin on him, so if Menefield wants to come at him with a couple low kicks, test it out, and then come up top, Ming Yang's going to be there. He has a pretty good chin. Give me Ming Yang in this fight, money line. I think it's a steal at minus 205. And then give me the KO too, because if he doesn't get it in the first, he will get it early second. Menefield starts to kind of fade as the rounds go later and just accept punches instead of throwing any back. All right, guys, we're breaking down the main event of the evening. A bantamweight matchup between Song Yadong and Deiveson Figueiredo. Figueiredo coming in at a plus 425 dog and Yadong at a minus 600 favorite. Guys, Yadong, he has some big KO power in the hands, and he does really good in scrambles. He has great defensive grappling. He also has solid takedown defense at 73%, and he has a really good feint game. On the Figueiredo side, he has slick BJJ, but he has terrible takedown defense at 57%. He has nice power in his hands, but it's starting to fade as of late. I mean, in that last fight, it was pretty sad to see. He's kind of just trying not to get finished. He wasn't looking for the finish at all or doing anything with a lot of his ground control. So, give me Yadong. I think he just fought the better comp as of late, and he's looked a lot better. Especially at the minus 600. Give me Yadong moneyline and Yadong KO. I don't know what round. It's a 5-rounder, so just give me the KO. Let's be safe on a long shot. And who you got, Bryson?
I'm also going with Song Yadong here, guys. Fought a really close fight with Sugar Sean O'Malley. Before that, he also fought Cejudo, which we saw, which he did edge out the decision based off the rules. I mean, he was clearly going to beat Cejudo anyways if it went all five. Really good cardio on him, shows a really clean feint game, throws some powerful low kicks. Has fought the best of the best at bantamweight too. Like, you know, he fought Peter Yan, had a close fight as well. Like his last four is like Yan, Cejudo, Sean O'Malley, and then there's one more I'm forgetting in there where he looked pretty good. And Deiveson Figueiredo got some slick jiu-jitsu. Bad takedown defense at 57%. We saw Song have a more wrestling approach, and he trains at Team Alpha Male with Uriah Faber, which, you know, they like to wrestle. So I wouldn't be shocked if Song implemented that. And Song also obviously has the KO in his hands. Great scrambles, good defensive grappling. He also can get on top. Him and Yan had some really good scrambles in their fights. And I just think Yadong's going to KO him round 4 or 5. I mean, I don't think it's going to be early, but I think Figgy gets touched up, or maybe even a ground and pound where the ref just has to get in there because Figgy's taking some bad blows. So yeah, give me Yadong money line here. I know it's hasty at minus 600, but go play the KO and maybe take a shot at like 20, $30 on round 4 and 5. I think he gets it late in the championship rounds.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Rain City MMA. We appreciate all the likes, subscribes, views, comments, any interaction with our video really helps us out. We do this almost every week for you guys, and we really appreciate everything you do for us. So we got a 3-leg parlay cooked up for you. First, Tesura at minus 205. Easy money, Matthews at minus 300. And last leg, Asakura at minus 260. Lock those 3 in, guys, and we'll see you at the cash counter. Let's go.